Hey everyone, welcome to Data Millennials. I am Atul. In this video, we are going to discuss how we can apply or use the COS function using calculated field in Looker or Data Studio. So as you can see here in my table, I have the column COS output and COS angle output. But if I'll show you the raw data source, then you can see here that we have two columns, input for COS number and input for COS angle, which is reflecting over here, input for COS angle and input for COS number. So this COS output is the conversion of this column, and this COS angle output is the conversion of this column using the COS function as a calculated field. So in this video, we'll create this table and then we are going to apply or use the COS function as a calculated field in this table from scratch, so that you can get the awareness that when, where and how we can use or apply the COS function using the calculated field. So before we use this function, let's understand about this COS function a little. So COS is a type of arithmetic function in Looker and it returns the cosine of an angle. And as you can see over here, we have the syntax where COS is the function and x is the parameter. So this x represents a field or expression containing at least one field, and this value must be in radians, right? So let's go and create this table or replicate this table in a new page where I'll show you how you can use this cosine function, right? To do that, I'm going to click on this edit button first, and then I'm going to add a page. To add a page, we'll click on page and then click on new page. Now I'm going to just copy this header from here and put it over here. Then in order to replicate this table, what we can do is that we can add a table over here using this add a chart button and select this table. The moment you will select that table, you will see that Looker will allow you to add a table in your empty canvas. So I can put it anywhere in this empty page and resize it. The moment you will add this table, you will see that the Looker will have some kind of data reflecting in your table, and it basically select the data by default which you have used in your report previously. So for me, in order to show you in the starting of the video this output, I have used this data source where I have input for COS number and input for COS angle. So by default, Looker has selected that data for me. But if you need to change the data source, you can come over here by selecting this table. Within this setup, you will see that you have data source. You can edit data source from this pencil button, or you can click over here and select any data source based on your requirement. Now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to remove this dimension. So for me, the dimension will be these two columns which we are going to convert. So I'm going to take this input for COS number as a first dimension and input for COS angle as my second dimension. And then in order to change these two values or these two columns, I'm going to add a calculated field. To add a calculated field, you need to come to the metric section, and I'm going to remove this record count first. Then in order to create a calculated field, what you need to do is that you need to click on add a metric. Then you can come over here in select or create field. Then the first thing that you need to do is that you need to give the name. So the first output column will be for this column, which is input for COS number. So I'm going to give the output column name as COS output. I'm just going to put COS underscore output, and then I'm going to give the formula. So as per the syntax, I need to just put COS, and you will see that the IntelliSense of Looker will show you the function over here, and you can select it with your mouse. Then within this bracket, you need to give the input value. For me, the input value is input for COS number. So I'm just going to put it over here, input for COS number, and then I'm going to click on apply. The moment you will click on apply, Looker will start calculating it in the background, and it will start reflecting on your table. You can see here COS output, which is the conversion of this column. Then again, we need to convert this input of a COS angle into the cosine angle. So I'm just going to add a new calculated field using this button, add a metric, then select create a field. Then we have to give the name, and the name will be cos angle output. Then again we give the formula, which is cos, and then within this bracket we'll put input for cos angle, and we'll click on apply. And you will see that you have a new column over here, cos angle for output, which is the conversion of this column into the cosine value. So this is how basically you can return the cosine of an angle using the calculated field in Looker or Google Data Studio. Happy learning, and see you in the next video.